What's up guys, Dave here again from Torque Master General Garage. We're going to replace the fuel filter on the 73 Beetle, 73 Super Beetle. So why don't we take a couple minutes here, I'll show you what I got going on and what we're going to use to do the job. Alright guys, so today we're going to finish up where we ended when we did the fuel pump stand replacement. I ran the fuel line last time. And this fuel line is just long enough to get outside of the engine bay over here and route back to the carburetor. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our brand new fuel filter. Part number on this one is 803-201-511E. Right here. Fuel goes from the fuel pump this side out to the carburetor on this side. And the idea here is just to get the fuel filter away from the electrical components in the engine. The reason why is these could leak. If they do, obviously this is the quickest place you'll start a fire. So we're going to try and put it out here, out and around this way, and then run it back to the carburetor. So I'm going to measure by hand, of course, because we don't need no stinking measuring tape here. We'll measure right where I want this. So I'm going to put it right outside here. We're going to take our dikes. And yes, that is what they are called, side cutters also, but I don't want to get any crappy messages or emails because I said something that somebody took the wrong way. It was not meant to be. Please do not do that. It is exactly what they are called. They are called dikes. So that's how the fuel filter is going to go on. So we're going to grab some more clamps. Looks like I have a handful here left, which would be great to get this job completed. And I want my fuel clamp on the inside edge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and put this up just a little bit further, just like that. Alright, take my screwdriver, not that one, that's the wrong one. Phillips won't do it here. We're going to need to use a regular flat blade screwdriver. And you could use a drill if you wanted, but let's be honest, you're working with plastic here. The chances of causing this to crack is pretty high, so I suggest you don't use a drill and instead just be patient and use the other items you have at your disposal. Remember, we just want these tight. We don't want them to be excruciatingly tight, so they cause any rupturing of the plastic itself. Alright guys, so along the fuel pump side here, I'm going to use one of those cheap worm clamps because that's the only thing I've got that's going to be small enough to get around this smaller side of this fuel filter. The fuel injection ones are just a little bit too big and it make me a little uncomfortable. So I'm going to loosen this up and turn it. I don't like where it's pointing. Alright, fuel filter's there. We'll go ahead and put the rest of the fuel line from the carburetor to the fuel filter. So what we're going to do is we're going to take one of our fuel injection clamps. Again, this is the solid clamps. We're going to use that here on the carburetor side. We're going to go ahead and put this on here first. Alright guys, so that's it. Got the fuel line ran from the fuel pump. Got the fuel filter out here. I just zip tied it in a couple spots. fuel line up to the carburetor. We're going to put the stand right here back on top of the carburetor. We'll put the air filter back on it. Next, we're going to replace these vacuum caps because they're really just all brittle and cracked, and those will just cause vacuum leaks. So all these are going to come off. I'm going to go get some new ones, put them on there, and that will be that. Alright, so thanks again guys for stopping in with us. Next will be a tune-up on this where we'll do plugs, wires, cap, rotor, condenser, and points. I'll show you how we do all of that. And then from there, we're going to throw some fuel in this thing and see if it'll start and run. Getting really excited. I mean, this thing needs a lot of work, but if we can get it to drive, that would be a huge bonus. I know we got an accelerator cable to replace down the road, but again, those are things we're going to do down the road. I'd like to get the engine running and running smoothly first. I know this thing's going to need brakes, going to need a lot of work. So if you're interested in staying in tune with what's going on with the 73 Super Beetle, make sure to swing back for the next video. Thanks again. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you know when the next video comes about. And leave your comments and suggestions down below. I appreciate you spending some time with us, guys. Have a good one, and keep it real. TMG Garage, we're out.